Josh, can you sing us a podcast intro, please? Well, that was fucking rude.
Oh, bleep that swear word out.
I'm keeping that one.
Keeping that one. Yeah, I swear. Alright, we're here. We're beer. We don't want any more.
Alright.
That whole rhyme is just derogatory, so I'm not going to say it.
Alright, cool. Hello and welcome to the Chaotic Voyage podcast. I'm Cameron, your captain, as always. With me is recently demoted to second mate, Paris.
I quit.
Alright, with me is head chef, Josh.
Yes, it is I, the cook. Arr.
Chef.
Look, I'm just going to ignore all of your pathetic babblings.
Alright, chef. So Paul Johnson was here, but because of his recent promotion to first mate, he just decided to have a surprise party. So
With himself.
obviously we weren't invited. So good luck to him. Anyway, do you have a bleep noise for us, Paris?
Yep, that's it.
Alright, thanks. I was going to ask Josh, but I was like 90% sure he was just going to burp again.
I was going to suggest you just use the burp.
Well, it's too late
You
now.
can combine our two sounds, Cameron. That's what I did on the second episode. I did that with Ethan's two sounds that he made. I don't know if you picked it up, but I combined them
I
together.
didn't.
On April Fools, we should do an episode where we bleep out the swear words with other swear words.
On April Fools, we should bleep out every word but the swear words.
I'm down for that, but that would take so much effort.
Just listen to the podcast, find all the swear words, cut the rest.
I'd love to hear that, though.
Paris, do you have any questions for us this week?
No.
Alright, Josh, do you have any questions for us this week?
No.
Alright, well, thanks for joining us for the Chaotic Voyage podcast. I've been your captain for tonight, and yeah, good. Is that land I see in the distance?
Yep, it is.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, I think that went well.
that did go well.
Nah, but for real.
I've already got one question, and it's for Paris. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Whoa. I got a question, though. What do you guys want for dinner tonight?
If you could cook some fish, that'd be nice.
I don't know if I can cook you fish. I could get you fish. Just gotta check the Uber Eats app.
Do they deliver to the ocean?
I mean, I might be able to get Barnacle Bills.
Yeah, they ship it.
They send out one of those pelicans and they deliver the food.
I don't know how that would work at all.
One of those special Barney Bob pelicans.
Like a stork.
I'm so confused right now. I don't know what a
Very
Barney
special
Bob is.
delivery.
Yeah. I do have some proper questions though. Thanks for asking, Cameron. This question comes from Reddit user myself, and this question is for Josh.
Me?
Yeah.
Specifically Josh.
Oh, no.
Just for Josh right now. And then
I'm supposed to be inclusive here.
Okay. So
That's getting cut.
My first question for Josh is, what were your first impressions of Cameron and myself?
Oh, well, I'll start with Paris. Cam was a little bit of a
Shy boy.
outlier, because I didn't really have anything to do with you at all at the
Yeah,
start.
I was part of the cool clit kids.
Cool clit.
Part of the what?
He was part of the cool clit. Harris was like one of the most annoying people in the world when I first met him. Because you were friends with and you guys, this was back when I was like still pretty close with and I remember she hated it as well. You guys would just stand together just doing these little fist bump things, and I don't know, man. We'd go on a walk to like the chip shop around the corner from school, and you were just standing like a little bit away from the group, just doing these little handshake fist bump things and having a little giggle with yourselves, and I just thought you were just the weirdest. You were just so strange.
What was like? Were we just fist bumping all the time?
All I can remember from that one specific moment and you were standing in the corner, like just outside the shop, just fist bumping and like just being weird.
I don't know why that annoys you so much.
It did. I don't know, man, because like we just weren't really friends, and I was just at the time, and like you just kind of hung around the group.
Well, thanks.
That was my first impression.
I don't get being angry at me for fist bumping.
I wasn't angry. It was like,
well, not
just
angry,
like,
but like, you know.
what are these
Uh,
doing here?
people handshake Josh.
It's funny you say that, Josh, because my first opinion of Paris was also that he was a. Mine was for different reasons.
Thanks, Cam.
I don't know if we've. I think we mentioned it on the very first test episode. But
no one's listened to that.
yeah, I'll just say the story again. Basically, Paris and I were in the same PE class.
Yeah.
And if you know me, I'm not a very physical person.
Not very athletic.
Very weak.
And brittle and frail.
Yeah. I was the dude who always gets picked last for sports. And so, you know, I was just trying to ignore people. And then this comes along.
You probably thought I was a bully or something.
I did. Because, I didn't care, but like...
Was this really early on in school?
This was like year 10.
Right.
He'd always refer to me as God.
Oh, right. This is where it all started then.
This is where it started. He thought it was like...
hilarious?
Yeah, he thought it was hilarious because he's like, oh, he'll love this compliment. I, on the other hand, was like, he's calling me God because I suck at PE. And so he kept saying, like, calling me God and stuff.
Sarcastic God.
Is that what
Yeah.
it was at the start, Paris? You were just making fun of him for being bad? Like, he's
No.
the God?
Here's how I remember it. Okay, my first impression of Cameron was that I thought he was a cool guy, and like I'd call him God, and that was our thing. Like
That's Paris's way of trying to become friends with
That-
people.
that
He
was-
starts calling them God.
I'm not sure why exactly I started calling you that.
You were just like, you guys like the God Squad.
God spot.
I think God was just like some term I threw around at the time. Not sure why, but it was never meant to be like a belittling or bullying thing. It was supposed to just be like, you're a god, like you're a legend, Cameron. That's how I thought it was coming across, but obviously not.
Yeah. I mean,
Excuse me, sir. This person keeps calling me God.
if it was like, if the situation was different and it was either like not PE or we'd at least had a proper interaction and been introduced to each other, then I might have been like, oh, this is just Paris fucking around and stuff. But because we'd never been introduced and it was PE, which I already sucked at, I was like, this guy's making fun of me.
My first impression of Cam was, is this temporary?
What?
That was my first impression, and I'll
I
explain.
get it.
Because he just rocked up in the group one day and was like, this is Cam. And I didn't really pay much attention. I was just kind of like thinking, is this forever now? Or
Is
this
he
just
part
like,
of the group or?
is this just a meme? Is this a joke?
Was it like a fingers crossed, please don't be forever?
No, only a little bit, only because like I'm just socially awkward and I just didn't want to have to go through the process of becoming friends with someone again.
My first impression of Josh. I think I thought of you as like the I don't want to say the scene kid, but you know.
Oh well, I think everyone had that impression.
the guy that was into that kind of music. He's like, he's the music guy. He's the metal guy, or metalcore guy. Or
I think that's what I wanted when I was like straightening my hair all the time. Anyway, I wanted people to think that.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily negative or positive, so that's pretty good. Nice.
Yeah, even though both of you had a pretty negative.
I can't compare to you calling him God.
You just got a very shitty first impression, Paris.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression.
I had some very different periods of time in school. In year 8 and 9, when I was like best friends with,
Uh,
because we all played COD together,
Yeah.
and you know what COD players are like. They're all dickheads.
Oh yeah.
And they were like especially so, and I just kind of like went with them, and they just like spent so much time just talking shit about people, and I kind of just got it in my head that I was like some cool guy for some reason because of that. And I think I was probably a bit of a douchebag to some people when I shouldn't have been, But like that's when I remember in year 10, I kind of just like one day I just realized like these guys are just douchebags, and then I became friends with the group playing soccer out on the soccer pitch.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
That's good.
I think my opinion of you was just like, this guy's alright, but they're not as cool as my real friends. Because I thought I was really cool back then.
I actually remember like year 9, 10 maybe being on the bus home with, and he used to tell me about how all of them were really sick of you hanging around them.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
That
Just
about
because
right.
you kind of like just followed them and I don't know, something like that.
But Cameron and his group of friends then thought that our group, Josh, they called us the Goobers, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
Goobers.
I did
Oh
think
my
you guys
God.
were
Yeah,
the groupers.
like, think about that, Josh. His group called us
Cam's
the
group
Goobers.
called us the Goobers. Cam, how low have you sunk?
I often think about how low I've sunk. I think you guys, well, maybe not you guys specifically, playing, like handball.
Wow.
In high school?
That
Yeah,
must
in
have
high
been
school.
very early.
Oh no, wait, there was a period of time where people were doing that.
I remember being the one who coined the phrase like, goober ball when you guys played it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Goober.
Maybe you guys just raised yourself to my level.
Here's the thing, Cameron. You left your group for us, so I think you matured and became a better, cooler person.
I probably immatured,
Immatured.
but I'm not saying I regret it though.
If you could travel anywhere, including fictional places, where would you go?
Are we like going to name more than one? We'll have to try and think of the best place.
It doesn't necessarily have to be the best place. Just if you can think of a place you'd go, let me know.
Well, I'd go to Water Island from One Piece. Because it's kind of like Venice, but really bright and colourful and stuff. And like just nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or Sky Island from One Piece, which is an island that's in the sky.
Really?
You know, yeah, it is like for real. You know those things in like the ocean, like whirlpool sort of thing, but like the water like shoots out? There's like a massive one of those that like blew up this huge part of an island into the sky and it like sits on a cloud.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm thinking that Amestris, the place from Fullmetal Alchemist, is the
Ooh.
best. Because alchemy is something I believe that anyone can learn, which means that if I go there, I can learn it.
So we're actually putting ourselves into like a place, not just going to the location. Like we're going into the universe with all its laws and stuff.
Yeah, let's say
Interesting.
you're in the universe.
That's why I chose Amestris, because the power comes from the land itself.
I thought you were going to say Hogwarts. Yes, it's dangerous, but you'd go on such an adventure, it'd be cool.
Hogwarts is cool, and it would be really cool to go around.
Yes, it would.
But
Look, Voldemort's too busy with Harry Potter. He's not going to bother with you. You'll be safe.
yeah, but
Unless you're in the friends group.
the chances are I'd go there and be a muggle. Like, it's not a guarantee that I'd be a wizard.
Well, you are a non-bender, so...
Yeah, I'd be a muggle in Hogwarts, so I'd walk around for a bit before getting kicked out.
How'd you get here?
And then I'd just live in a world where I know magic exists. Actually, that'll probably wipe my memory. It's basically I'll just live in a different version of this world, but there's magic that I can't interact with.
What if I said you could be a wizard? Then would you go?
Yeah, but why wouldn't you just go to the Naruto land and learn the jutsus?
Yeah, could do that.
Imagine learning the shadow clone jutsu and multiplying yourself and then being able to just sit back while your clones do all the work.
If I made clones, they'd probably just like revolt against me and be like, "No, you do the work." And I'm like, "No, I made you to do the work." And it's like, "Yeah, but I don't want to do the
Paris will
work."
multiply himself and they'll all call you God.
I'd do the sexy jutsu and shadow clone.
Now we're talking.
Yeah,
That's why you go to the Naruto world. You can have sex with yourself.
like Naruto would be cool, but there's better places, and like the Hidden Leaf Village gets destroyed like every 10 minutes. So
Hey,
there's-
look, you don't have to go to Hidden Leaf Village. You can go to the village hidden in the grass.
You can go to the disappearing foliage village.
Disappearing foliage.
Alright, so let's shake it up a bit. Let's choose... I want you guys to choose a real place in the world. where would you go?
In the real world, can it be at any point in time?
Just to add some realism to it, let's pick today.
Well, I'd probably just travel to Venice or something, because I like the water.
Can I try to go to Atlantis, if that exists?
Well, if we were still doing make-believe places, yes. But
Well, I don't know. Have you proven that Atlantis doesn't exist? If you ever come up to me and you're like, Cameron, I've got this magical rod, and you can go anywhere in the world, I'd be like, alright, I'll pick it up and be like, let's go to Atlantis. And then either I go there or nothing happens. I'm like, alright, it doesn't exist.
that's
Proven.
not the scenario here, Karen. I'm just asking you where you would travel to. It's not that hard, dude.
If it's not that hard, why don't you answer the damn
Just
question?
play the game, Cameron.
You answer the question.
Thanks
Where
for
would
playing,
you go?
Cameron. I'd probably go to the Maldives because I've always
Well, that's
liked.
dumb.
I've always liked the way they've looked, and I like their resort. You wake up in your resort, you step outside, and you're like pretty much on the water, and it looks cool. You know, that's
You
where
go,
I want to go.
This is the last resort.
I want to go to that place in the Avatar movie where all the rocks are floating.
Pandora.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say.
Pandora. But do you remember that place where all the rocks are... And then you can learn to fly those dragon things. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but you need a ponytail.
Yeah.
I
You
could
get
go
the
there.
ponytail.
What's the point in having all these little hang-ups that say you can't go there because of this?
No, you can go there, but you...
You can't ride.
Yeah. That's
Your
why
ponytail must be at least this long to ride the dragons.
you can go there, but you have to grow a ponytail first, Josh.
Well, look, I can go there, so I'll take some photos for you while I'm there, Josh.
I've got the next question.
Alright.
What are you guys' thoughts on the coming up footy season? How you reckon Port Power's going to do?
I don't care.
Well, Ollie Wines is injured.
And all the other players have left, so I guess the coach is just going to have to do it himself. Unless Treaders decides to get off his ass for once
Coming
and help
out of
the bloody
retirement.
team.
I'm coming out of retirement for one last score.
Just wins the whole season.
Yeah.
Treaders can do anything. Have you seen the alternate ending for Armageddon? Yeah, that movie about the asteroid? Bruce Willis?
I haven't seen the movie or the alternate ending.
I didn't know there was an alternate ending.
Yeah, the alternate ending is Bruce fails, and then they send Treaders up on a little
I
spaceship,
see what's happening.
and he kicks the asteroid like a footy, and it just pisses off.
He drop
It's
kicks it
gone.
behind, in between two posts that happen to be out there in space.
There's a torp in between two posts.
From an impossible angle, and then there's just some astronaut standing in the middle. He puts out both his fingers like a gun.
Holds up two flags. Growl.
No, I haven't seen that alternate ending, but I might have to watch it now.
Yeah, look it up, man.
Sounds even better than the original ending.
It is. Yeah, 10 times better.
Speaking of ending, is that land I see? Thanks for coming.
Are you really calling it there?
So, what's the best or worst advice you've ever received, guys?
To come on this podcast. The worst advice.
Did anyone advise you to come on this podcast?
My manager.
Yeah.
Oh, well then that was terrible advice. You should fire them.
Yeah, he's long gone. I'd say some of the worst advice I've ever gotten was when we were doing the research project back in school. You can't really call it advice, but Mr. could have advised me that my topic was shit. Borderline undoable. I chose to do a thing about movies, the movie industry. Obviously, you have to have an interview with someone. So he said, get an interview with a director of some kind.
Just get an interview with Matt Damon. Easy. Get him on the phone.
Yeah. James Cameron, bro, come on, got a research project to do here. What are you doing? Why wouldn't he have said this is a terrible idea? What is a teacher's job? It's to make sure that the kid doesn't do something stupid. Other really horrible advice I got in school was from my art design teacher in year 12, Miss... I
Uh,
remember she kept telling me that what I made was just like unappealing, basically. Just didn't look good. She didn't like it. And I kept asking her, okay, what should I change? What about it isn't visually appealing? I can't remember what word she used specifically. And she would just go, it just isn't.
I hate teachers like that.
And it just annoyed me so much. I actually figured out, like, I learnt the lesson, like, afterwards. Probably, like, a year later. Which was basically that I was just trying to do too much when I should have just simplified what I was doing and focused on what I was trying to advertise.
Yeah.
Everyone in that class doing graphic design was, like, doing really simple things. And I was like, I could literally do that in 2 minutes. And I was, like, pushing myself to use a bunch of different programs. Like, I did some 3D modeling as well. And in the end, it didn't look that great, but I'd used so many different things. In my head, I thought, like, how could this be bad? And that's what she had to tell me, was like, you're doing too much. That would have been all she had to say. She was the worst teacher I've ever had. Like, there are teachers who, I don't know, they're hard to get along with, but she was just actually a bad teacher. Could not give advice whatsoever. Oh my god. That reminds me of, we had a relief teacher in home ec back in year 8 or 9. And this home ec teacher, I think she was actually at a party I went to once.
The fuck?
She must be like a family friend of his or something. But anyway, I remember...
Weird.
Like, there was like no cream cheese left or something. And I went up to her and I was like, is there any cream cheese? And she was just like, yes. And then she just left.
What?
She just said yes. Like, I'm sort
So
of like
many questions.
implying like, where is it?
Does cream cheese exist? Yes. Great, thanks for answering my
She
question.
just walked away. I just stood there in like disbelief.
Why were you looking for cream cheese?
No, it probably wasn't cream
What the
cheese.
fuck?
It was something like that texture, like the way to put in something.
Oh, this was in home ec. I thought you were still saying at the party. That's why I was
wait.
confused.
Oh, this is in home
Oh,
ec.
I thought you were talking about the party as well.
You go to the party,
No.
you go up, you go in the kitchen, she's there, you're like, where's the is there cream cheese? Yes. And just leaves the party.
I was so confused.
The whole story's ruined.
I like that story better, that version.
At the party.
Looking for some cream cheese at the party, like you do.
I just like imagining that Josh is just like wasted out of his mind. He goes up to this old home ec teacher, and she's like, "Have you seen the cream cheese?"
Yes.
She's like, "Yes."
I should have mentioned that part at the end. Dude, that party was brutal. There was like some
There was no
lady there.
cream cheese.
That's brutal.
But anyway, yeah, she, yes.
Yes.
Dude, no. Oh man.
Next question comes from Reddit user myself because
Shut up.
I've been writing down the questions. Guys, if you were asked by NASA or SpaceX to travel to Mars and live out the rest of your life there, would you? They've just started up a colony. Let's say there's like 30 people there at the moment. And they want you to work there. Like, I know Cameron would help do something with like the computer system or fucking something, I don't know.
Nice.
They'd come up with some job for Josh to do. Josh would be the cook, one of the cooks.
Oh, they'll
yeah.
find something for Josh to do.
I'll cook some space sand.
Space water soup.
Yeah, would you guys?
Hard question. I probably not. Like,
Um,
as a joke, I'm like, yeah, because this place sucks. But realistically, no. Not now.
Probably not. Out of everyone they could choose on Earth to take to space, if they chose me, I'd be like, what's your problem?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Is this like a suicide mission? Like, there's no point sending me. I'd be pretty useless in most situations.
So that's pretty much a no from both of you.
Yeah.
Realistically.
I'd want to
Yeah,
go
nah.
because it's like, holy shit, you know, who else in the world will do this?
Hmm.
It'd be like such a cool thing to have under your belt, I guess.
You'd visit if you could, but you wouldn't live there.
You can brag to all the other people who are also on Mars.
The only reason I wouldn't go is because it would just be really boring.
Yeah,
Aside from
that's
just being
true.
like, well, the first people on a new planet, it's like there's nothing there, and you're going to spend every day twiddling your thumbs and trying to survive.
Yeah, it'll be like cool because you're like, sweet, I'm experiencing this whole new world. Like only a handful of people get to do this, but then you'd just be there and be like, God, this place is just so like barren and empty.
Yeah.
The thing about going to Mars with that particular scenario would just be, you'd probably the only things you could do there would be work and socialize with the other workers there in your off time, which you wouldn't have much of.
Probably not.
You go there to get away from Paris, then you get there and Paris is there and he's calling you God the whole time.
What they need you here for? And I'm like, they needed a radio host. I'm in charge of Mars Radio.
M's leaving Earth to get away from being called God all the time, but then he looks out the window on the ship and sees Paris just like holding onto the side, like just grabbing on, God, come back, God.
We need you on Earth, God.
Cut this. Cut all of this.
I'm not cutting shit, Cameron.
I'm cutting this before I give it to you.
Cam, just cut your spacesuit. It's the easiest way.
Just
Yeah.
cut yourself, Cameron. Okay, so...
Cut that.
Whoa, no.
Can't encourage self-harm. Not on the Pussy Podcast.
Alright. Listen here, you fuckwit. Shut up. Next question.
Next question. What do you guys miss most about being a kid? I miss fucking hanging out and just eating recess with my friends. Shut up, Cameron.
Every time I haven't said anything and you're just I feel like really attacked this episode.
Good.
I miss having no responsibilities.
That's a good one.
My favourite thing about being a kid was I didn't know who Paris
Here
was
we
and I
go.
didn't talk to him.
For me, I'd say pretty similar to Josh. Not having the responsibilities. When you're a kid, you constantly wish you're an adult. Why is that, really?
Because you think you're going to be more free
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's true.
to eat bad food and to spend your own money and
More
do whatever you
freedom.
want.
Yeah. But it just means more you have to do. When you're a kid,
Yeah.
it's just... I miss that carefree life where you don't have to worry about anything. What piece of technology do you wish existed?
I thought about this one earlier today, actually. Tables that have, like, compartments sort of, like, under them that's, you know,
Like
really close
desks?
to the top of the table where there's, like, sheets of, you know, like, paper towels, like, that sort of thing that you can just fill up, like, in the table and pull out whenever you need it.
Kind of sounds like
Or-
a desk.
Yeah, but for eating. And
You can eat at a desk. Do you just mean like a dining desk? Like a big desk?
dining desk. Now we're getting serious. Nah, but you know how you go to a restaurant and they like put the little cloth over you, like a fancy restaurant?
Yeah, they like they pretty much jerk you off at the table with that
Yeah.
napkin. Yeah, I know that.
I've been going to the wrong restaurants.
Imagine that towel thing is like attached to the table. You sort of pull it out, and
Like
then
a
when you're done,
dispenser.
yeah, like a dispenser, like in the table, and then when you're done eating, you rip it out, and then you put it in the bin, and then there's another one that comes out.
That's cool.
So it's a thing that just puts like paper towel over your lap.
Yeah, like it's in the tables.
Yeah, but
More
like,
convenient.
how often are you spilling things on yourself?
Well, that's the thing. It wouldn't matter because it's so convenient. You just do it anyway. It's like, oh, well, this is here. I might as well use it. No, I'll never spill things on me.
You know what? I can't think of any technology I wish existed right now. Maybe automated cars. That'll happen pretty soon. Should do. Has it already happened, actually?
It has somewhat.
I know
Yeah,
they're doing
mostly.
testing, but it's not 100% perfected.
What about beds? What if like we had like a much
Beds exist.
better? What about like a much like stricter alarm system where you wake up on the dot every day and like your bed, the system is timed perfectly so that the toast comes out of the toaster like as you're getting up, and the coffee is made, just so it's there on the table when you get up and it's done.
Have you seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Is that what you're trying to...
It's Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
It's a movie.
That's what he does with his uncle.
What?
It's like a movie where he pretty much has that invention. It's like he wakes up and he's got all these contraptions in his kitchen, and they're like making him breakfast as he wakes up. So the thing he
I'm
has
trying to think
is
of
pretty
things
impractical.
I'm trying to think of things that make life more convenient at those times in life when you're like really tired or something.
I thought you were going to say like a bed or an alarm system that when it goes off, maybe not straight away, but your bed gradually goes up on an incline, so it like forces you to get out of bed. I don't know why I thought that, but
Sure.
it's like the ultimate wake-up call. It's like making you get out of bed. Don't have a choice to hit the snooze button with that one.
I just remembered. I've had this one for quite a long time, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Where every house has like a box installed with a screen on it.
A TV?
You can... Anyway, shut up.
Do you mean that your answer's this, Josh? This dumb answer?
Imagine an air conditioning control where like you can like shut it off in specific rooms, but it's for power, like electricity. That way, when everyone's in the living room, you can be like, all right, just the living room. And now you're saving like heaps of electricity. Imagine like on every door in the house, there's a little box with a screen, and you can just be like, I'm not using my room now, power off. And then all the switches, like, you don't have to switch everything off that way by the switch. It's just all disconnected from electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good if everyone can control their own like panel type thing, rather than there just being one remote for someone to decide what to turn on and off. I think that'd work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's just like, with whatever technology is being installed in a house or something, you just have to all just agree to be like, it's in our best interest to make sure this runs smoothly.
There is a piece of technology that's like similar to that they have now, which is like these power boards you can get, and when you're not using them, you can hit a switch on them that just cuts off all the power to that board. So it's like you don't have 5 things running at once plugged into it.
That would be pretty good. So that's like the first step. That's pretty handy.
That's handy. One thing that they have now, but I don't think they ever really like put it on a bigger scale.
That's my $1 million idea. To go on Shark Tank.
Alright, well, we're pretty much done with that. We're going to move on to our final segment, which is a new segment that we're going to test out today. It's called This or That. And the way that it works is...
This was my idea, by the way.
This is Cameron's idea, so if it fails,
This is my idea,
that's on
actually.
him. So, this is how it's going to work, okay, guys? I'm going to give you 2 similar things. You're going to decide which one you prefer. Then I'm going to move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. I'm going to try and get through as many as we can, maybe.
I think I understand.
Okay, shut up. We're starting.
How dare you?
First one. Alright, hard tacos or soft tacos?
Hard.
Oh, but that's not fair. I literally have both at once.
You have to decide, Josh.
Okay, hard.
Okay. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Palmy
Yes.
or steak?
Neither.
Army.
Wow, Cameron. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Cats.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
I don't drink either.
I'm going to go ahead
Coffee.
and say coffee for you, Cameron, because tea sucks. Unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Come at me, Vassy.
Can we just go back to the hard soft taco thing? I want to explain myself a little bit because it's interesting. So basically, what I do is I get the hard shell and I snap it in half, and I like just break a bit off so it's the perfect shape to fit into the soft shell. I put it at the bottom, and in between the soft shell and the hard shell, I put some guac, some salsa, and some beans, refried beans, and then I put the hard shell over that, and then the toppings go on top, and that way I get the soft shell and the crunch. Next.
Alright. Summer or winter?
Winter.
I'm going to skip Coke or Pepsi because I think everyone's going to say Coke, right?
Coke. Josh will say Pepsi.
I'll say Pepsi Max, mate. Are you serious?
Fanta or
Next question.
Sunkist?
Fanta.
Fanta. Wait, Is it just specifically orange Fanta?
Yeah.
Alright, Fanta.
Meat pie or snag and bread?
Snag and bread.
Snag and bread, mate. Snag and fucking bread.
Meat pie comes with sauce. Doesn't change your mind.
We already answered the damn question, Paris. Move on.
Bar or nightclub?
Bar.
Bar.
Yeah, fair enough. Pool or darts?
Pool.
Like swimming pool?
Like
Yeah.
pool table.
Oh, yeah, pool.
And darts
Actually,
is in
darts
smoking.
Is pretty cool.
Swimming or smoking? Which one?
Cameron would say no to both because he's terrified of the water
Swimming.
and doesn't smoke.
That's why I'm such a good captain, because I'm guaranteed to go down with the ship. Next question.
Dancing or karaoke?
Karaoke. Yeah, let's do it.
Dancing.
Fair enough. Fries or onion rings?
Fries. Fries bite back, my man. Damn.
Star Wars or Lord of the Rings?
Recently, Lord of the Rings, because Star Wars isn't great right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Lord of the
Agreed.
Rings as well.
Harry Potter or Doctor Who?
Harry Potter. Apparently the latest season of Doctor Who's not too good.
I don't mind the latest season, but the seasons before that weren't great. So I guess we'll have to say Harry Potter.
Mission Impossible or the Bourne movies?
Ooh,
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, yeah.
Yeah?
The Bourne's never really stuck out to me very much.
But Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. You're not going to
That's
get
true.
that in Mission Impossible.
What if it's a crossover?
Jesus Christ, it's Ethan Hunt.
I'm just thinking of like the recent ones, and like
Most
Yeah,
recent one was
the
very
latest-
good.
yeah, latest Mission Impossible was a lot better than the latest Bourne movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's a good Aussie one. Hugh Jackman or Chris Hemsworth? Throwback to the Australia Day episode.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Hugh
Chris
Jackman.
Hemsworth is he's a little too good. Hugh Jackman seems like the more casual Aussie. And I saw a video of him making a Vegemite toast on like a talk show and giving it to one of the musical guys there who was like playing a trumpet. It was like, damn! It was great. It was hilarious.
I think we can cut it there. I think land's approaching.
No, we are approaching the land. I don't think the land is moving, Cam.
The land is
Idiot.
sprinting at us.
Everything revolves around me, Josh, so the land moves towards me. So I think we'll bring that segment back. I liked it.
It was hit or miss, honestly.
Alright, it looks like we're just about ready to dock now.
Speaking of docking, Josh, where can we find you?
You can find me on youtube.com/ultraviolencedoom, and we'll have a good time together. Meme review.
For people who somehow found this podcast without being on our channel, you can always find us at https://www.youtube.com/channel/U_O_S_TP_M_BGPJ
A
G V
B A
5U
C
RK
A B C
_T
D
U
E F
B
E
A.
H O.
.html.
Just isolate me on that part, Paris, so they can find us.
No, I think I want to include Josh doing his thing.
How are they supposed to find us in Paris?
They could follow us.
They could follow us on Twitter, chaotic_voyage.
Look, man, you guys can finish this. Can we just end this already, please?
That's what we strive for when we get guests on this show. Just by the end, they're like, please, can we stop?
We just like, can we tell the episode, can we stop please? Or whatever
When
Josh
the
said.
American military captures people they need to get information out of, they torture them by putting them on this podcast.
Welcome back. We're with prisoner
They have to
J-2493.
come out to sea with us. Alone on a boat with just us.
They'd go crazy.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the podcast, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining, everyone. Goodbye.